Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khoirotun. I come from TBIC. In this occasion, I will study with you about communicative language teaching. The communicative approach is a learning system that emphasizes the aspect of communication, interaction, and develop linguistic competence as well as language skill, maybe listening, reading, writing, or speaking, as the goal of language learning and recognize that their involvement with communication activity and everyday life. There are 5 steps to serving communicative language teaching. First, a short dialogue is presented with an explanation of the function of the expression in the dialogue and the situation in which the dialogue may occur. And number 2, the questions are asked about the content and situation in the dialogue. Similar part direct question about the situation in each student. Number 3, students are expected to draw on their own about grammar rules contained in the dialogue. The teacher facilitates and corrects even and errors. Number 4, students who carrying out the activity of interpreting and expressing the intent of a free and unstructured communication exercise. And the last, number 5, the teacher evaluates by taking sample of student performance in free communication activity. I will give you the example of implementation learning with a communicative approach. Number 1, when question and answer between the student and the teacher, there will be interaction and exchange of information. And number 2, when students use language skill, for example, maybe listening, reading, writing, or speaking, then directly or indirectly, learning occurs with a communicative approach. Number 3, you can simulation and role-playing. For example, students are asked to imagine themselves in the situation that can occur outside the classroom. It can be a simple incident, for example, meeting a friend on the street, but it can also be complex incident, for example, a negotiation, business, and the other. And then students are asked to choose a certain role in the situation. In some cases, they may act as themselves, but in some other cases, they may act or something in the simulation. The advantages and disadvantages of the communicative approach. The advantages of the communicative approach. First, the students are motivated to develop language skill after knowing that they are related to their use in everyday life. And then, students will find it easier to communicate and interact in their social life. And the last, students not only have knowledge of language, but also have the competence of applying them in everyday life. The disadvantages of communicative approach. Number 1, teacher must be creative in creating a learning atmosphere that is able to make students active and interactive. If the teacher is not creative, learning will not be interest. And then, if students don't have knowledge of interaction and communication, or students can be passive, then students will find it difficult to carry this learning. Okay, that is our study today about communicative language teaching. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.